So last class we have seen the derivation and also the formula for the deviation of the FM signal, correct? So here now we are going to solve more problems regarding the related derivation. Also we have seen the frequency deviation and the modulation index formula. So frequency deviation is nothing but the maximum departure of the instantaneous frequency from the carrier frequency is called as what? Frequency deviation. And also the modulation index is different from an amplitude modulation, and here we are going to explain the angle modulation index. Okay, so here before solving the problem we have to consider the different formulas for this. So here we go with the formulas. You have to remember all these formulas. Sinusoidal S of t is given by the formula AC into cos theta I of t, and this is what frequency deviation, that is we are going to represent with del of f. That is what this is. F I of t is nothing but instantaneous frequency. We have got the formula here, f I of t minus this is the carrier frequency, and altogether we can write delta f is equal to this, we can write that as k of f into am to the max. So here k of f we have already seen, that is nothing but frequency sensitivity. So k of f into am into max. So this is the modulation index for the angle modulation. Beta is equal to what? Delta f divided by fm. And we already know kf and k of p. So this is the frequency sensitivity and this is the phase sensitivity. In order to represent with instantaneous frequency f I of t is equal to, we have this 1 divided by 2 pi differentiation of theta I of t. So altogether keeping these formulas we are going to solve the problems. Now let us see what is the first problem. I have given the FM wave, that is what S of t is equal to 10 into cos into 10 pi t plus sin 4 pi t. So this is the given S of t, and calculate the instantaneous frequency of S of t. So we are going to represent the instantaneous frequency by using f I of t. Now let us write what is the given function. This is the given S of t is equal to 10 cos into 10 pi t plus sin 4 pi t. So let us consider this is the equation number 1. So by the formula we know that S of t is equal to what? AC into cos theta I of t. So you can refer the formula what we have written there, correct? So when we are going to compare this, so here you can see, you can relate this 10 pi of t plus sin 4 into pi t, or directly we can consider that as what? Theta I of t. So when we are going to write theta I of t is equal to 10 pi t plus sin 4 pi t. Let us consider this as equation number 2. Now after getting this equation, what we have to do here is we have to find out the instantaneous frequency of S of t. So for the formula for the instantaneous frequency is what? F I of t is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi differentiation of theta I by theta I into t. So let us consider this as equation number 3. Now you can see here we have got the equation for theta I of t. So substituting in this equation we have to differentiate that particular thing. Now if we are going to write like this, f I of t is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi differentiation of, what is the theta I of t here? We have got 10 pi t plus sin 4 pi t. Okay. After differentiation we are going to get like this, f I of t is equal to, so this 10 pi we are going to differentiate. Now after substituting this, here we are going to get, this is 2 pi plus after differentiation we are going to get what? This is 4 pi divided by 2 pi into cos 4 pi t. So at last we are going to get this equation as 5 plus, so this will going to get cancelled, this is 5 plus here we are going to get 2 into cos 4 pi t. So this one we are going to consider this as the instantaneous frequency. So this is the equation, and here we are going to represent this in terms of what? Hertz, because we are going to derive the equation for the instantaneous frequency. We have to represent the unit with respect to what? Hertz. Now we have got the second problem where this goes like this: a sinusoidal modulating wave of amplitude 5 volt and frequency 1 hertz is applied to a frequency modulator. The frequency sensitivity of the modulator is given by 50 hertz per volt and the carrier frequency is 100 hertz. So by providing all this data we have to calculate the frequency deviation for the given data as well as the modulation index. Now let us write what are the given terms. Given terms are, here you can see the amplitude is nothing but what? That is the modulating wave of amplitude is nothing but our AM is equal to 5 volt and the frequency is equal to 1 hertz, FM is equal to 1 hertz, and it is applied to the frequency modulator. The frequency sensitivity, here you can see this is the frequency sensitivity, that is what? K of F is equal to, it is 50 hertz per volt and the carrier frequency that they have given is Fc is equal to 100 hertz. So these are the given data. By using this we have to calculate the frequency deviation. In order to calculate the frequency deviation we have got the formula, that is frequency deviation. So here you can the given data we are having, here we have got AM into KF for the frequency deviation. So putting together we can write delta F is equal to K of F into AM. So K of F it is 50 hertz into AM is given by 5 volt. So this we are going to get 250 hertz. This is our frequency deviation. So second thing we have to find out the modulation index. So modulation index formula we know that delta F divided by FM. So here we have got the data, that is modulation index is given by delta F divided by FM. So the data for the delta F is what we have got, this is the 250 hertz divided by FM we have got 1 hertz. This is beta is equal, so beta we are going to get modulation index is 0.25. Here we have got the third problem where it is going to be little bit bigger data where we have to find out the different modulation index for the different cases given. Okay, so here you can see in an FM system when audio frequency is 500 hertz. So you have to listen carefully to the problem because they have given the some changes with respect to the delta F here. In an FM system when audio frequency is 500 hertz and modulation voltage is 2.5 volt, that is what here we have the given value is AM is equal to 2.5 volt and what the frequency audio frequency is what FM is equal to 500 hertz. And here if the modulation voltage is now increased to 7.5 volt, calculate the new value of the frequency deviation produced. So here they have given the deviation produced is 5 kilohertz. We know that the frequency deviation we are going to represent with delta F, that delta F is equal to 5 kilohertz. So keeping this data we have to find out here if the modulation voltage is now increased to 7.5 volt, calculate the new value of the frequency deviation produced. So whenever the modulation voltage is increased to the 7.5 volt from what 2.5 volt, what will be the deviation, that is frequency deviation is produced, we have to find out. And if the frequency deviation voltage is raised to 10 volts, so this is the second condition. In the first condition, what we have to do here is, if the modulation frequency is increased to what, modulation voltage is increased to 5 volt, modulation voltage is increased to 7.5 volt, what will be the frequency deviation, first thing. And the second one is, if the frequency deviation voltage is raised to what, 10 volt, while modulating frequency drops to 250 hertz, what is the frequency deviation, and also we have to calculate the modulation index for the each. Now let us find out the first condition, that is what, delta F is equal to, so we know the formula for this, Kf into Am. So we have to find out the frequency sensitivity. This is what, Kf is equal to frequency sensitivity, and we know the remaining data. Kf is equal to, we are going to get what, delta F divided by Am. So we have got the frequency deviation of 5 kilohertz divided by Am, we have got how much, 2.5 volt. So here we are going to get 2 kilohertz per volt, and along with that we have to find out the modulation index for the each case. So we know the formula, modulation index is equal to what, delta F divided by Fm. Here let us consider this as the Fm1. So delta F, we know that we have got 5 kilohertz divided by Fm, we have got the value 500 hertz. So here after getting this, we are going to get the modulation index is equal to 10, because for the modulation index we cannot represent using the unit here. Okay, the second condition is, when the modulation index, the modulation voltage is now increased to 7.5 volt. Now we have to find out the formula by using the same, delta F is equal to Kf into Am. Here we have increased the modulation index from what, 2.5 volt to 7.5 volt. Now after substituting this, we have got the frequency sensitivity. Kf is equal to how much, 2 kilohertz per volt into Am here is 7.5 volt. So after solving this, so let us consider this as delta F1, and this is Am, A of M1. Let us consider this as delta F2 and Am2. So here we are going to get, this is, after solving this, we are going to get, this is the 15 kilohertz. Now for this, again we have to find out the modulation index. So this is your delta F1. For this, again we have to consider what, delta F2 divided by Fm2. Here we have got how much, Fm2. So here we are going to get delta F2 is equal to how much, 15 kilohertz divided. So here Fm2, same we have got, here is a 500 hertz. After solving for this equation, we are going to get the modulation index is equal to 30. So here you can differentiate, when we have got the Am wave of 5 kilohertz, we have got the modulation index of 10, and whenever the modulation wave has been increased to the 7.5 volt, we have got the modulation index of 30. The third condition we have to explain. Here you can see that telling that the voltage, delta F voltage is raised to what, 10 volt, that is our Am wave, and while the modulating frequency drops to the 250 hertz. If you are going to consider the equation here, delta F3 is equal to Kf into Am3. So here we are going to consider Am3 is equal to 10 volt and FM3 is equal to, it has been dropped to 250 Hertz. Okay, now after substituting this, delta F3 is equal to KF, we already know we have got 2 kilohertz into AM3 is how much? 10 volt. Now we are going to get delta F3. Now we are going to get this as 20 kilohertz. So again for this we have to find out the modulation index. So what will be the modulation index for this is beta is equal to delta F3 divided by, so modulation frequency delta FM3. So what is the delta F3 we have got here is the 20 kilohertz divided by FM3 is equal to 250 Hertz. So here we are going to get the modulation index. We have got the modulation index is 80. So these are the three conditions we have got while considering the different modulation amplitude. Along with that we have changed what? Modulation index. So here you can see for the K of F, while considering the K of F is equal to 2 kilohertz, we have got the modulation index of 10. So as we have increased the modulation signal to the 7.5 volt, we have got the modulation index is how much? 30. And again after changing the modulation signal to the 10 volt, we have got the modulation index of 80. So these are the cases for different modulation signal wave. So here in this problem we can conclude that for different modulating voltage we have seen while differing, AM is equal to 7.5 volt here, and also here AM is equal to 10 volt are the modulation index we have got. So this is another problem where we are going to solve. The question goes like this. Here a 93.2 megahertz carrier is frequency modulated by a 5 kilohertz sine wave. The resultant FM signal has a frequency deviation of 40 hertz, and find the carrier swing of the FM signal here, and what are the highest and lowest frequency attended by the frequency modulated signal. Now what are the things they have given here is, so here this 93.2 is nothing but our what? Carrier frequency, that is 93.2 megahertz. This one we can write like this, 93.2 into 10 power 6 hertz. This is our carrier frequency. And the second one they have given here is the modulated by a 5 kilohertz. Here this is your FM, that is what? 5 kilohertz. And they have given the resultant FM signal has a frequency deviation. So we know that how to represent the frequency deviation by using delta F. Delta F they have given 40 kilohertz. They are asking us to find out what? Find the carrier swing of the FM signal. So there is a formula for the carrier swing. It is given by 2 into delta F, because here delta F is the frequency deviation of the signal. Why we are going to consider 2 is because of both the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle. What is the deviation there? So now carrier swing we can represent like this, 2 into delta F. We have got delta F is equal to how much? 40 kilohertz. 2 into 40 kilohertz, we are going to get this as 80 kilohertz. The carrier swing is 80 kilohertz. Second one we have to find out here is the highest and the lowest frequency. In order to find the highest frequency attained, we have got the formula that is FC plus delta F. We have got the FC carrier frequency is how much here? 93.2 into 10 power 6 plus delta F we have got 40 into 10 power 3. So altogether we are going to get this as 93.24 megahertz. So this is for what? highest frequency attained. Now we also have to find out what? Lowest frequency attained. The formula for this is Fc minus delta F. So here Fc is nothing but 93.2 into 10 power 6 minus delta F is 40 into 10 power 3. So here 93.16 megahertz. So here we have find out both for the highest frequency attained and lowest frequency attained by the frequency modulated signal. So here we can also add one more question to this to find out the modulation index. So let us find out the modulation index. Let us consider this as the third question. Modulation index, we all know the formula, that is what? Delta F by FM. So delta F we already know, that is how much? 40 kilohertz divided by FM is equal to how much? We have got 5 kilohertz. So the modulation index we are going to get is 8. So we have solved for both the highest and the lowest frequency attained, and also what? Carrier swing. We have to know the formula for the carrier swing is 2 into delta F, that is the frequency deviation, and this is the formula for the highest frequency attained, and this is the formula for the lowest frequency attained, and this is Fc plus delta F, this is Fc minus delta F, and we know the formula for the modulation index beta is equal to delta F by Fm. That is how much we are going to get the beta is equal to 8.